Hey dudes, so today I'm going to tell you a story, a MapleStory time. Wait, a MapleStory story time? Aw fuck it, I'll come up with a better name later. So I met my ex-girlfriend on MapleStory. Now get your popcorn ready, because it's going to be a wild story. So I was 19 at the time. Being the loser I was back then, I played MapleStory for hours, and I had some online friends where we hang out a lot. Then a girl showed up and started talking to us. She was a gold digger, always asking for the NX items from my rich friends, so I did not like her at all, because I was the beggar in the group. But she stuck with us for weeks, until we all agreed to make a Discord, to talk together when we're offline. All of us showed our real faces, except for me and her, until she showed her real face. She was the prettiest girl I've ever seen. So obviously I was attracted to her, and did the best thing I knew. I catfished her. Shut up, I was insecure. So I sent a picture of my friend who worked out a lot, and I felt bad about it because we started actually talking. We talked about random things the past few weeks. Eventually, I made up an excuse saying that the picture is actually my cousin, and showed her a real photo of me. She didn't care and said I still look cute. So maybe after 2 to 3 months, we decided to FaceTime together, and thank God she wasn't a dude. We were shy and barely showed our faces. I know, it was fucking cringe. After warming up to each other, we started to watch movies together through the phone, and doing date type shit. Fast forwarding the story, I took my preteen balls and asked her out. She said yes, and it was the best moment in my life. By the way, I was 19 and she was 23, and she mentioned it felt a little weird. I was like, too bad you're mine now ho. She was my first real girlfriend. I don't count high school girls. So we only had one problem, she lived 9 hours away from me. We planned to meet up in a week, and she wanted to drive down here. 1 week later, it happened. I was so nervous about the meetup, but I really wanted to be with her too. What if I'm too ugly? What if I'm too short? Oh god, I'm actually doing this. Then she showed up. This moment changed who I was. We did everything with the small time we had together, like drinking boba, and watching a movie in person. Oh yes, life was going good. No one was standing in our way. Until I found out she had a guy best friend. I didn't care about him being a guy, but she was always talking about him. That was very sus to me. She didn't want to tell me about how he looked, or even told him about me. I only knew one thing. I fucking hated this guy. We said our goodbyes, and she left to go back home. We continued our long distance, and everything was normal for a while. She liked to go clubs a lot, with her guy best friend. I wasn't happy about it, but I understood it's her life. About a few weeks later, I wanted to meet her again. Only this time, she didn't sound as excited. Why can't I come up there? I'm going on a trip with my best friend.
What?
That was the first excuse I remember her saying, and it just kept on going. Fast forwarding the story, she had a fight with her bestie. I kept asking her what happened, but she refused to tell me anything. I kept pressuring her to tell me. I had no luck. So here's where it gets fucked up. She told me that they will talk about the problem for a few hours, and that she will have her phone off. Obviously that made me anxious, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. Is she cheating on me? Was the argument about me? Did I have spinach on my teeth? After waiting anxiously for hours, she finally calls me and breaks up with me. In confusion and heartbroken, my pussy ass was on my knees, and begging her to stay. This went on for weeks, and all she had to say was, "We can still be friends though." I guess after crying about it for a while, it made her tired of me and she decided to end whatever we had left. So yeah, I'm joking about it now, but I really only made this story shorter, and it was even more fucked up. I'm 23 now. If it wasn't for that experience, I wouldn't have my successful business today. I wouldn't have been working out and have my beautiful cars that I've got in the past year. So look at me now. I'm making Maple videos for some reason and making people laugh. If you want more story time about my life, because I have juicier ones, get this video to 150 likes and you got a deal. Okay bye, I love you moms and dads.